Cooperative Academy of Leeds podcast. I am your presenter, Nasiba.
And I am Amanta.
And I'm Aziza.
And I am Henry.
Coming up on the show today,
a segment on the Ukraine crisis with commentary from our principal, Mrs. McCarthy, an interview with Mr. Stanley about Vivo Miles.
Then we will move on to an interview with two members of the cast production and finally some school-related news. But first, an international news story on the crisis in Ukraine. The political unrest in Ukraine is still dominating our headlines. Our reporter Bertha spoke with Mr. McCarthy about the current situation.
Hello, I'm here at the Cooperative Academy of Leeds with Miss McCarthy. Hello, Miss.
Hello.
Do you know anything about the Ukrainian crisis and how you feel about it?
I watch it in the news every night. I think it's fascinating, quite worrying, and we've no idea how it's going to turn out in the end.
Yeah, it's very scary. Do you think it's okay for people in Ukraine to do anti-government protests, bearing in mind there's been many casualties?
I do believe that people should have the right to protest in a peaceful way if they don't agree with something. I think it's really unfortunate that there have been casualties when people have been protesting peacefully, and I don't think government should actually use violence against peaceful protesters.
Yeah. Do you think the Russian president has the right to protect the Russian people and take over Crimea, or do you think they should have waited for the international support?
I certainly think they should have waited. Crimea was officially part of Ukraine, and they haven't gone through the proper process as part of Ukraine to separate the Crimea from the rest of Ukraine, and I think they should have waited. And it may well have been that Ukraine agreed to have a referendum and have a vote in Crimea, and that vote may well have gone in Russia's favour. But I think it should have been done properly.
How effectively do you think peaceful protests are, or do you believe people need to be aggressive in order to get attention?
I think peaceful protests can be really, really effective. I think the good example is when Germany used to be split into West Germany and East Germany, and there was a wall between them, and the protests eventually led to the wall coming down and Germany joining together as one whole country, and that was through peaceful protests.
Thank you, Miss, for letting us interview us. It's been a pleasure.
You're welcome, and I like your questions.
And now a special feature about Vivos. Nasiba spoke to Mr. Stanley last week about Vivos and his opinion on the positive effects of Vivo Miles.
I'm Nasiba and I'm here interviewing Mr. Stanley about Vivos. Hi, Mr. Stanley.
Hi, Nasiba.
Can you tell us what Vivo Miles is?
Vivo Miles is it's a reward system that we use at the Cooperative Academy to recognise hard work, good attitude around school for students. So with any students do anything that's really positive, it's a way of giving them an incentive to do so, and then they can collect them over the years that they're here and can buy many things, including Mr. Stanley presents and things like that.
What does Vivo mean to you?
Vivos to me is, because I get a certain amount to hand out every week, so Vivos to me it's a really good time where I can sit down and think about all the positive stuff. Because in my job I have to deal with a lot of negative things, so when it comes down to handing out Vivos, it kind of puts a smile on my face, so it just means that, yeah, there are some good kids in this school.
Which three students have the most Vivo at the moment?
That's a tough question. I'll have to think hard about that one. I think in Da Vinci, yes, Raina Broadhead, she's got quite a few. Yes, she's got quite a few. Then we've got Jessica Naylor in Tomlinson, and we've got Mohammed Hussain in Seacole. They're the three top Vivo earners at the moment.
Which guild has won so far?
This question often upsets me because obviously Da Vinci are not winning at the moment, but it's the Green Guild, Tomlinson I think they're called. They are winning at the moment, but it won't be like that all the time.
Do you think that Vivo Miles gives a boost to attitude to learning?
I think it does with many of our students. I think especially the younger students in the school, they're really eager to earn the Vivo Miles, so it does encourage them to be more positive in the classroom and around the school environment. Maybe we need to be giving more Vivos to the older students to, get them on board a little bit more.
Are you proud that this school uses Vivo Miles?
Yeah, I think it's a really good and fair reward system, and I think the prizes that you can get or you can earn are amazing, and they reach every child, no matter what your interests are. Every child can get something out of it. So yes, I think it's a really good system to use.
Do you give Vivos out regularly?
Yeah, I do it every week. I sit on my laptop, or sometimes I sit on the app on my phone, and I hand out Vivos. And like I said before, it's just a good time where I can really think positively about the students in school.
Thank you for your time.
You're welcome, Nasiba. Thank you.
That was a great interview, Nasiba.
Thank you. If you have any questions about Vivo, make sure to speak to Miss Lee, who is in charge of Vivos.
We have been keeping a close eye on the Cats production. Many singers, dancers and actors from the Academy are taking part in this fabulous showcase of talent. Earlier on, Nasiba interviewed 2 members of the production.
I am Nasiba and I'm here interviewing Esther and Crystal about Cats. Hi.
Hi.
Hello.
Can you tell us what Cats is about?
Cats is about, it's basically like a musical based on, there's a main character, Grisabella, and she left because she felt that she was better than all the other cats in the place that they're based in. And when she came back, everyone's quite surprised, but it's filled with like different stories, and like it defines each cat, like Macavity
Every cat's
and
different.
Rumtum Tugger, yeah, basically.
What are you doing here at the moment?
Well, Esther's doing solo rehearsals.
And yeah, we normally practice anyway, like on different songs and what we're doing.
Which teacher is in charge of Cats?
Miss Wheatley, Miss Hamilton and Miss Harris.
What's your favourite scene in the production?
I like Old Gumby Cat, this
Yeah,
one.
that's it, Old Gumby Cat. I really like that one.
When are you going to showcase the production and how much are the tickets?
18th of July in Phoenix, but we're still questioning on the price of the tickets.
Can you sing a little for us, please?
Are you blind when you're born? Can you see in the dark?
I hope you enjoyed the interview, and most importantly, make sure to support them by going to watch it at the Phoenix Dance Theatre.
We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we ask you to check out the breakfast news as well.
Now we leave you with an inspirational quote for our Year 11s.
Do not give up. The beginning is the hardest.
But make sure you enjoy these moments now, because they don't last forever.
And finally, our wacky news with Amanda.
Hello, I'm Amanda, and I'm going to inform you about the weird and wacky news. Red squirrel missing. Has anyone seen it? Less than 3% of Brits have seen a missing squirrel. The red squirrel is very endangered. If anyone has seen it, immediately report where you saw it. This species has been in danger for decades. Ah, poor animal. 274,000 people took part in the RSPB's Big Garden Birdwatch survey. Thanks for listening. Stay weird and enjoy.
Have a nice break and see you next term.